I actually request everyone who in need of this fund to apply with this application through this platform, and we launch it, we advertise it, and whoever the donor willing to fund the person can fund through that application. It's the online application actually, and what you can do in EduDon, you can only have two options mostly, that you can donate or you can start a campaign as a user. The application, you can get it from your phone. Soon, actually it's still under development, but I promise before end of this month we're gonna be on the top page. Everyone can download it. Either you are a donor or you are the one campaigning for a certain fund that you want. Okay. Our program, how the money that it donates is reflecting, bring up with us, and you give us the necessary document that supporting your campaign. So we can't take anyone because we major on education. We really focus on the education sectors. And the moment, if I'm talking about education, innovation, NGO, and what's the next? Sport. Those are the most things that are more challenging in Namibia, I can say. We can't really focus, rely everything on our government. Obviously, every government sector, every minister always have a certain budget, but it won't really acquire everyone, accommodate everyone. So in these terms, let me just talk about innovation. That picture you can see, that person, if I'm not mistaken, everybody had heard about this guy before, who developed such a cell phone that doesn't need a SIM card and so on, and can communicate. This person needs to go further to study in more detail with electronic engineering. Such a person can need obviously funds from you, not only a certain company that's gonna donate 1,000, but even yourself you can donate. As I said at the beginning, our mobile application will accommodate everyone. So either you have that 99 cell phone where you can only send SMS. We're gonna divert it to the, so that you can reach the last person. Hey, sorry. Wait, I think I don't know what I said. Okay. Okay, then the next thing on the line, we talk about your kids at the same village are still attending class in that age. If your class is like this, you give us the indication of this, how our school is, and I need to do a campaign so that we can get some funds so that we can build in a proper classroom. So something like that was also in our newspaper in the past. That was a hostel in terms of education sectors. It's very challenging. Obviously, if you talk about the government gonna do everything, it's not now, because we have also to do our part. That's a classroom, and a little that you can do can make a change to these kids. So there's a little donation you can do, can always find the right person to you. So if I'm talking about also NGO, which is a part of this application, we have, think about those people who are unable to either walk. Such a person like that needs a wheelchair. He always dreams about something like that. But if he can't get it, what do you must do? You, a neighbor, know that a person like that, you can launch a campaign with us. We put up the story so that they can reach the right people who can donate money to that person. So we're gonna then the person can be at least able to walk. think about our sport in Namibia in general. In the past years, sport was something that unites everyone in Namibia. But with lack of funds, we've hardly find people attending stadium, or we are no more having well-known names in terms of sport, people who achieve a lot in sport. But we have people who are capable to do that, just that we don't have any more funds so that these people can reach their goal. Is there any question, or must go on with the presentation? Anyone with a question? Yes? I think there's a gentleman there start coming now.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Rochester Mshavati from the Ministry of Education, NIED. My short question, I'm so impressed with the initiative and the support that you're giving towards especially education and sports. But my question, as I've listened it, is do you rely only on whistleblowers to target where the need is, or you also do your own research?
Okay, like when we come up with this application, we did a couple of research that's indicating that government alone can't do this alone in terms of education. We advertise this application. We're gonna get in contact with all the newspaper that are always transfer the news so quickly. So our main, what we're gonna do, we're gonna advertise this application. So on all the social media, so that we make sure that it reaches the right people. So that doesn't say, even if a person who not having a cell phone can able to, someone who knows that someone with a certain challenge can able to launch a campaign with us for that certain person. It's not necessary that you are the person who have a problem is the one who's gonna launch the campaign always. You can do that for someone that you know. Really need of it. Did I answer your answer? Your question? Okay. As I said, if there's no one with a question, I can go further quickly. I was only given 15 minutes. Since we are not only talking and we have something that I'll need to show here that's on the line. As I said, it's gonna be probably already on the Play Store. Everyone can download it soon. The application called EduDon comes like this. Okay. This is how it comes with the as I explained in the past, that is the hostel. Here, just using the what? I just demonstrate. This is how this is the hostel that from Marongati, and people need a proper to accommodate these kids in the hostel. They run a campaign with us, and they gave us the whole story about how they are suffering there. And we put it up there, and with a certain amount, they are the target for the building that they want, for the cost for the hostel. And what you do is as a donor who want to donate to at least to assist these people, you just go to contribute, then you enter the amount you want to enter. No, yeah, we can use a credit card. I hear your question. You can use a credit card, and right now we are even trying to add EFT, a cell phone, you can even use your credit on your phone. And that's the most part that I'm saying. Even with a small phone, at least you can, if you don't have any of the credit card or whatsoever, you can use the credit from your phone so that you can donate a certain, but in that terms, we're just going to have a certain amount that you can donate. When you recharge your phone, then you donate, we divert it to what? To that money. I think we are on a here I'm already on a different screen. I don't know. On the other side, why it's just hanging there. Is there anything wrong there? Or should I start it over? Okay. It's probably just the network. Because maybe I can just make it small. I don't know if you can see it clear because when I make it big, so that a big screen is always giving a problem on that side. I don't know, there's a problem on the other side. Okay, let me just go back on on this program again. Like I said, that was a hostel, and that's how a person can donate. In terms of also in terms of NGO, is the same thing. A person, you can take a picture, you can give us the proper document for a person who in need of the money, or if it's yourself, you can also just give us an email, send us an email, then we do that for you. Give us the story behind your campaign, then we can put it up and let all the donors see it. And it's the same applies to sport and innovation. It's still the same thing. And let me just show what exactly you want to raise funds for, either education, innovation, or sport, or NGO. And let me say there was this lady who, okay, because I'm trying to make it big and, okay, that's how it goes. Hey, it's supposed to be like this already at the beginning. Okay, in short, you describe exactly what you want to why you want to campaign. You say it's for study either. And you give us the small, the story behind. Give us the story exactly why the money you want it, and the amount that you want. If it's 500 to 5,000, you can go on, and you add the necessary document or a picture, a person that you want to. Okay, the time frame also, time frame for that your campaign must last, because it won't let you run a campaign for the whole 20 months. So it depends on how the time that you need that money. So we actually suggest you get at least 30, and we give you 10. I request you to give us 10 days so that we can transfer the fund that we got so far. Okay, let me say that's how the application is gonna be, and it will be soon online. We'll be able to access it.
to Mr. Ileka for this new education donation mobile app. Next, we'd like to call our next speaker, that is for online tender systems. That's the founder, Miss Leshinia Selvanis.
Oh, okay.
It's your time to shine. Please come to the podium. Is she here? Give an indication she is on her way. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause for an online tender system, innovative tech presentation that's taking place here right now.
Rising up, yet the living standard going nowhere. We need to realize that we all must share the only way to show that we care. Many more years will die, all because of the land. Many more years will cry.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just been updated that we're experiencing some technical difficulties, so we're going to skip on to the next presentation and try and sort out the challenge as we move on. Therefore, we'd like to call on the next speaker, that is from the Internet Society Namibian chapter, Miss Anastasia Shipepe. Please give a warm round of applause. As we're waiting for the speaker, let me remind you there's a competition that's ongoing. If you go onto the website and you fill in the feedback form at 5 o'clock, there will be a lucky winner that's announced. There's a few hampers that are up for grabs, so make sure that you go back, fill out the form, and you stand a chance of winning a hamper from one of the sponsors. So please go out there and give the feedback forms. Another announcement is these forms that you found on the chairs, from the NTA. Please go ahead and fill them out. They require them for a survey. A lot of the times people say, we don't have the research. But now we keep the research in our heads. We would need this for your specific sector. So please do the NTA a favor and fill out this questionnaire. You'll see there's a lot of empty ones lying on the chairs here. They only require 100 of them to be filled out so they have a better understanding of what's happening in your sector and how they can best provide and assist in the training of the people. So please fill out the forms for the NTA. Are we ready? Mishipepe, are we ready?
Yeah.
We are ready. Please, another round of applause for her.
But then the presentation. Hello, everybody. This is Anastasia Shipepe. I'm from the University of Namibia. I'm actually a lecturer from the University of Namibia, but then I'm here today representing the Internet Society chapter of Namibia. So I'm actually the vice president of the Internet Society Namibia chapter. Okay, so the Internet Society Namibia chapter was actually formed in, oh, 1 second, sorry, forgot something. Sorry for that. Okay. So the Internet Society Namibia chapter was actually formed in 1992 by the two fathers of the Internet, Vincent and Bom Khan. And the Internet Society actually celebrated its 25th anniversary on the 19th of September this year. So among its leadership and membership, one can really then find many of the Internet's technical pioneers, innovators, and global connectors. So for more than 20 years, the Internet Society really played a vital role in creating the history of the Internet. So the mission of the Internet Society is really then to promote the open development, evolution, and the use of the Internet for the benefits of all people throughout the world. So now, believing that the Internet is for everyone, so the Internet Society then worked on this goal to make this vision a reality. So the main focus of the key issues that the Internet Society is, working on is one, connecting the unconnected. So we really believe that, the Internet can help to improve the quality of your life, the quality of my life, and the quality of the lives of the people everywhere. Number two is building trust in the Internet. So ISOC, so the Internet Society is abbreviated as ISOC. So ISOC works to ensure that trust is a primary key element at every layer of the Internet's architecture. And then the Internet governance, so the way the Internet is, governed is critical. So managing the Internet has really an impact on our economic and social opportunities far into the future. And then we move on to the mutual agreed norms for routing security, which is an initiative that is by the Internet Society that aims or focuses on improving the security and resilience of the global routing system. So what are then our foundation pillars? So the ISOC's foundation pillars are outreach, technology, and policy. So ISOC really found strength in initiatives that have helped to connect the world, the initiatives that have supported the development of the fundamental Internet technology, and of course the initiatives that promoted transparency and multi-stakeholders. So what is then the global approach? So globally, there are actually 123 chapters of the Internet Society with over 92 members and supporters, 145 organization members, 6 regional bureaus in 23 countries. And in Africa, we have 32 chapters with over 18,000 members, of which among the 32 chapters, we have the baby Internet Society chapter, which is the Namibia Internet Society chapter. I say the baby chapter because it was it just joined the Internet Society officially. So this is just the map that is showing how the Internet Society is represented through the chapters all over the world. So how does then the chapter function? The chapter is functioning, achieving, an open and free Internet for everyone through, local and regional member meetings. Like the Internet Namibia chapter have monthly meetings whereby we always do our meetings at the NBII Mobile Lab. Also functions to, inform policy and educate the public about the Internet-related issues, and of course, provide unique local and regional perspectives on emerging Internet issues. So what are then the chapter's activities? So it includes educational events, community programs, public policy programs, and networking events. So how can you then get involved? So for you to get involved, you need to register through the Internet Society Namibia, through the Internet Society website, which would be displayed at the end of this presentation. So you can get involved as a non-profit agencies, local, global, NGOs, academia, technologists, local councils, federal policy, and decision makers, and of course business. So the idea is really then to ensure that your voice, expertise, and imagination can continue to develop one of the greatest tools of our lifetime. So these are the Namibia chapter goals. So the goals, involve assisting in the achievement of universal access of the internet, to internet in Namibia, advocating free and secure internet access, promote advanced technology awareness, policy promotion and involvement, advocacy to protect, the citizens, and of course, to promote the online protection, access to information and open data, promote development of local content, promote, adoption of open standards, promote the techpreneurship and alternate economic, of course, advocating also for web neutrality, promoting laws and regulations. Like one of the goals also includes cybersecurity advocacy, promoting ICT literacy and, of course, digital literacy, and the Namibianization of the internet. Nachilong actually spoke about this today in the panel discussion. And, of course, advocate for local languages. So far in our chapter, we have over 30 members, which are the founding members of the Namibia, of the Internet Society Namibia chapter, and the chapter, it's not launched yet. The chapter will be launched soon, and I forgot something when I was talking about, when I was on membership. For you to register, there is no, fee attached to it. Membership is for free, and thank you. This brings us to the end of, with that said, this brings us to the end of our presentation. So this is us. We are on Twitter, Facebook. You can contact us on email. And then, of course, you can find more information on our website, this is the global website, which is the internetsociety.org. Thank you. Questions? I'm more than welcome. Hi, please go on. Yeah?
Because I do know of certain... Hello? Okay. These goals that you have set out in Namibia that you wish to carry out now, how are you going to implement them, or how are you going to carry them out? Because I know of certain organizations that kind of do the same thing. They just state that this is what they're going to do, but none of their goals have ever been implemented, and they've been around like for a long time.
Okay, thank you. One more question? Okay. Do you have any other questions before we... Okay, so basically these goals can really, be implemented through getting, people together, people that believe in the Internet Society's mission and vision. And then, of course, this can be done through, people coming together with people with common interests to work together towards, these goals. Did I answer your question? Partly.
Thank you very much. So the Internet Society is not an organization that stands on its own. It actually is a multi-stakeholder platform where different people come together, those that are in the technology space or those that feel as though they use the internet for anything at all. The one thing that we also have to realize that these goals were not set by just individuals. They were set by stakeholders that the 30 members sat together and said, look, we are concentrating on this. Okay, an example, I am interested in security, so the security of the internet. So I know that through the Internet Society, I will then be connected two other experts throughout the world who can then assist me to achieve whatever goals I would like to achieve. The Namibianization of the internet, for instance, there are people in academia who are doing research as to how can we put local content on the internet, but local content for Namibians, and how does that actually affect it? It's not an individual organization, it's not an NGO, so to say. Similarly, also through the through ISOC, not just the Namibian chapter, there are many grant applications that are available. So as a chapter, for instance, we support any projects that you, as an individual also, might be working on that you'd like to implement. It's not us that are, it's not to say us, but it's not an individual that is implementing the goals. It's multi-stakeholders that are implementing the goals. It's more of power in larger numbers, if you would like to say that. I don't know if that answers your question, but a further discussion, I think, offline might be helpful, just to get what exactly is it. Okay, thank you.
And maybe just do you have more questions?
Please. I just want to find out, Anna, so how can people become members of the local chapter? Is there a chance for individuals in this group to join and become members?
Okay, so you can become a member through, like I said, you can register through the website. So you can go to the Internet Society website, so which is www.internetsociety.org, and then you can sign up there and become a global member. And then, of course, you can then choose the Internet Society. You can then choose to join a chapter, and in this case, you can choose, to join the Namibia, the Internet Society Namibia chapter. So you can join actually online. Oh, maybe you can just display the last page again for the presentation. Is that okay? I think this is actually it. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to. Oh yeah, so you can register on that website down there, so the internetsociety.org. Sorry. And you can contact us on Facebook and then our email also if you have further questions. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm just waiting for my presentation. All right. As we can all see, my system is all about tender and bidding. You are probably wondering what is it all about. Tender and bidding is a system, or it's a platform where everybody gets to take part in tenders, get money into the business and stuff like that. But in this case, what my system does is take the whole manual system from advertising to our tender awarding, all on the system. There we go. So the whole cycle of tendering, like I said earlier, is done on the system, meaning that on the meaning below here are the key modules that are on the system, or that will be on the system. But at the current moment, on the system that I have brought to you here, there is tender creation and tender documentation, and how to register vendors and so forth. So why e-tendering? This cycle is totally automated. It is automated, and it reduces the workload on the procurement, meaning it improves the transparency in departments, in selecting the right person to or company to award the tender to, and it minimizes human error, and it always generates report on a daily basis or on request based by management or system administrator. So the benefit to the suppliers and contractors, meaning you can bid or apply for your tender anywhere you are in Namibia. It's like the online banking system or the F&B application website. So meaning you don't even have to stress because it's a holiday or it's a public weekend and you can't deliver your tender on time because the due date is there, meaning all that will be canceled out by the system, and it will economically also save transport for those that are staying far. Meaning once a company is registered on this site, they will always have notifications via email on the process as to when the tender will be opened, what company is being awarded, or is what companies have taken part and how much they are bidding for the specific tender that the company have put out for the nation to see. And like I said, submission can be done on last minute, because when you go into the system, you upload your company profile, all your social security documents and finance revenue, and then based on the tender documentation requirement, you will have to upload the information that is required by the specific tender and all the certificates of the people or your workforce. Are we together, people? So this is just a basic comparison to manual to the e-tender system. The workload, like I said, on my system, it will be much shorter. It will be economically fixed. You can bid anywhere, and security, all that, real time, everything will be done in real time on the system. So these are just some government guidelines that I looked up when it comes to ICT and system and the procurement unit. They also, like my system, the emphasis on fairness and transparency, and it has to comply, and it is complying with the regulation of the Procurement Act of Namibia. So the end user, all the end user need to have is a computer, internet, a reliable browser that they can open this, because it will be based on a portal. Once you are on the portal, it has to be able to go through. So meaning Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Firefox, and so forth. Like I said, on the security on this system is very tight. No tender can be tampered with before the due date, and no tender can be submitted after the due date. So if you miss the due date on such an easy system that makes you work from the comfort of your office, then I guess you just missed out on it. And tenders cannot be postponed. That's something we all know. It cannot be postponed. And based on the record that will be kept on the database when you apply for a tender, it will be kept in the database, meaning that this specific organization who will be utilizing this tender system in their company, they will always have records of your company and the services you deliver or the bids you did before, and can use you for future referencing and so forth. So in conclusion, transparency and security is something that changes every day. So as I continue on this journey to perfect this system, so does the transparency and the security of it, so will it be. And in final conclusion, I just want to say that when we look at this system in the IT sector, we probably have many unanswered questions, or questions that we still need to ask me. But look at it as a way to approach the manual systems that we have in our country, to ICT, to minimize global warming and save paper and all that, and make money where money is needed to be made. I thank you. So I'm just going to run through the system itself so that you have an idea of how it operates. So here's the portal. This is just a basic portal. Let me say the gentleman here in the white here, he opens, for an example, the Electoral Commission portal. This is what comes up. And then you go to tenders. Sorry, the internet is a bit slow. So when you come here at tender, currently there are no tenders posted. So you just come here at tender. When you see all the tenders that are posted, this is when you go to log in or register. You register yourself and your company, where once you log in, sorry. So once you log in from the front portal that I just showed you earlier, this is where you will come into. As you can see, there's a home page, company, tenders, and tender application. In tenders, that's where the supplier or contractor will have to upload their company documentations. And in tender application, that's me on the other side as the administrator having a view on the company documentations that you have submitted to our company. So when you go in company, there's PDF, all the necessary forms of uploading documents that you need. So this is a tender that I have just put up, which you as a company are applying to now. Here you can view, my mouse is just moving on my PC. Okay, let me continue. Where you can see the red eye is where you can view the tenders. Just a moment. Sorry. Okay, let me say, okay, that's where you can view the tenders. Let me just proceed. And then here at tenders, it's when now the administrator adds or upload tenders from the company. So in adding tender, sorry people, this is where you create now, this is where the administrative part create a tender and upload it to the first part of this at the portal where you will see it. And then on the other side, also for administrator, they can remove and edit the tender document that is uploaded. And here at localhost, this is where I'm hosting my database, just to show you the tender that was uploaded. This is the tender that was uploaded here. This tender here, the IGI is here. And it shows that you can copy as an administrator, or you can delete or remove it or export it anywhere. So, and this is where there is tender ID, company name, registration, that's where all the company profiling is going to be coming, and all the documentation that you uploaded is going to be coming. So with no further ado, I conclude my presentation. Sorry for the inconvenience again. Any questions?
Thank you very much for that initiative. We really appreciate it, mostly us in companies that are actually have to ensure that our tenders, and we are a public entity, transparency and good governance is one thing that Namibia requires. But I was looking at the application itself being made from PHP, my admin. I'm looking at the process where you are saying when somebody posts the tender, let me say the bidder posts in the tender, the other person from the company who advertised the tender sees that post. I think if your system could only become open when the due date, when the closing comes in, because we are talking of prizes being leaked to other people. If the company, if the system could allow that the company advertises the tender on your system, and they can only see the results of the bidders who have posted the bids after the closing of the closing date. Because if the procurement management unit are able to see what is being posted, and they are able to view what is being posted, it becomes very critical that transparency won't be there. Because if somebody has to do that on the last minute, I would tell my friend, wait, don't do it now. You will do it on the last minute so that I will tell you how many have tendered, what are the prizes, and then that person will become, thank you very much.
Thank you for your input, sir.
It looks really like a good system in place, but my concern is in the database whereby there is an option of deleting the tender document. So what are the control measures to make sure that a person will just come and delete the document if they don't, for example, favor a certain bidder? So what are the control measures there regarding deleting?
Thank you for your question, sir. Regarding the deleting part, that's on the contractor side. Should they upload documents they are not able to? Because the only time the system admin can go in the system is after the initial date of the due date. But we will still look into fixing all those. Oh, there's still one question there.
I wanted to ask, when I'm looking for maybe a tender by ECN, do I have to go on the ECN website, or do I have to go to your web app to find it? Because from what I saw, I got an impression that I have to go to the ECN website first to go see if they have tenders, and then I would. Or could you elaborate that?
Okay. What I'm planning with the system actually is for it to be implemented in an organization, so that that organization have control over their database and how they're handling. Because procurement differs from organization to organization. It's best to tailor-made it for each company that would want a system like that one to eliminate all this unfairness. Yes, sir.
My question is, have you attended any of the new procurement policies, the new procurement processes and policies? Like, is this tender system, would it be integrated? Would it be manually selecting the bidders, or?
No, it will be integrated.
Okay.
Yes.
And no, a suggestion just to look into the new procurement policies and process.
Okay.
And maybe you find
because
something.
I actually
to
worked from the one for 2015.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a new one.
All right, because, yeah, okay.
All right, thanks. Another question?
Why I'm asking, why do I have to go to the ECN website to find out that they have tenders there? Why can't I just go on your website to find all the tenders from ECN, MVA, just a list of them, and then I apply?
Thank you for your input. I'll look into that also.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. Question this side.
Hi, my name is Rohit. I'm from Bangalore, India. Right. I don't have any questions, but I can suggest something in your, when I looked into your PHP MyAdmin database, I think you should have the data saved in an encrypted mode. Even the system admin should not be able to view the data. And you should also follow the log file creation. In case somebody, even the system admin, deletes it, the log file should not get deleted. So that's something you should make the data more safe, even from the system admin.
Thank you very much, sir. Any further questions? Thank you very much for your valuable time, people.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up to this young lady doing amazing things and changing the landscape of women in technology. A warm round of applause. Where are the women? We are not supposed to step away. There's no. You guys are asleep. Well, there's been a few changes to the program. We are going to be taking off 2 presentations and add 1. So we're giving you, taking 2 for 1, so you have more time to go exhibit, or to go see the exhibitions that are downstairs. So next, let's welcome Mr. Gabriel Inda from the PyCon Namibia developer community, and he is one of the members. Please give him a round of applause. 15 minutes.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Gabriel Ninda. I am from PyCon Namibia, and as well a lecturer at the School of Computing in Namibia, part of the GDD. I'm part of many communities. That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm just waiting for the presentation to load. Okay, there we go. So today I'm going to be speaking about PyCon Namibia. PyCon Namibia started around 2015 as a conference. But in 2015, we were actually just a Python Namibia conference. And in 2016, we got our PyCon status. And PyCon is an international organization that actually standardizes how PyCons should be run. Now, if you look on the slide over there, you see that on Twitter, you'll find us at PyCon na, and then the URL or where you can find us is na.pycon.org. I'm Gabriel Tuafeni, and if you're on Twitter, please follow me on @Shingapi. So what is PyCon? The idea is actually just to foster an open source community. Open source is any software that we don't have to pay for, built by the people, for the people. And that is the idea. Many people don't want to pay for any software, and I don't want to make any claims, but I've heard of people who, I don't want, for lack of a better word, appropriate other people's software by cracking it. We're at an ICT Summit. I'm hoping we all know what that means. But why not? Why can't we build our own software? That is the main question. It's for everyone, and we are targeting youth and tech enthusiasts as well as sympathizers. If you have a child, for instance, then you'd fall in the category of a sympathizer. Why Python? Python essentially has really easy code readability, that's one, and it is the fastest growing programming language in the entire world. So why not use it? I know that, for instance, there are high schools in Namibia that teach Python as a first programming language. At universities, same thing as well. The applications of Python are multitude, from data analytics to building web application, and all the way to programming complex systems. Facebook, Instagram, all have components of their back end being programmed in Python. So this is where we came from. In 2015, we had about 60 people that attended PyCon Namibia. In 2015. In 2016, we have over 100 people that attended. And in 2017, we had 93 people, plus minus. It fluctuated, so it was really difficult to find exactly how many people we had in total. And in 2018, we are planning to host it on the 20th to the 22nd of February. This date is a bit strategic and also a bit very selfish. I pushed for February only because as a university lecturer, that is when we are back fully from holidays, and most of our students are back, registrations are over, and we can actually push more people. And you know, it's Namibia. Things have calmed down a bit from December. It's not January, so people can't say they are broke, they can't come. So all these other reasons. Now you'll notice that it says Django girls everywhere. Django girls, Django girls, Django girls. Jessica earlier on a panel alluded to the fact that we have always run initiatives. We have a lack of, not a lack, there is a huge underrepresentation of women in tech. So the idea is, no matter where you come from, through Django girls, you can actually learn how to create web applications. We are not saying this is the best way to do it. No, the idea is just get into tech. There are support structures in place to actually help you continue developing with Django and also Python. Django is just a web framework for developing websites faster. Essentially, that is the idea. It's free. It's for women. The coaches are women. And the reason why it's called Django Girls is because 2 girls actually created Django Girls a few years back. And these workshops are run all over the world. They are free for all to apply, mostly women. Some of the outcomes of PyCon Namibia are that we have the PyNam Society, which is the Python, which is Namibia's official Python programming society, and which is free for membership to all. If you'd like to join, contact them on @PythonNamibia. And then we also have the PyNam Scholars. Jessica also earlier mentioned that there were learners who actually organized a conference for learners by learners. And those are called the PyNam Scholars. And we also have as an example, I actually have a little snippet of some of the advertising material they used. It was actually, to be exact, she said April. The exact date was the 8th of April when they held the Computer Day conference. Now, this is a group of, this is not everybody. You know, towards the end of the conference, it becomes very thin in terms of numbers. No? As you can see in this group, these chairs were filled up on Monday, and the numbers kept dwindling up until today. So these are the people that were left at Python Namibia 2015, and it was held at the University of Namibia. And in 2016, these were the remaining people after we were done cleaning up and things settled down and we had enough time to at least take a picture before that banner at the back actually came down. And in 2017, we actually held the conference here at NIPAM. And this was one of the most successful ones. If you look towards, I don't know, I think it's your left. That is actually the HTS or Windhoek Technical High School's, some of the learners there that took part in the conference, and a whole host of other people. Interestingly, I only see in this picture about 7 people from industry. Everybody else was some youth from an organization, university students, and myself, of course. Now, sponsors throughout 2015 to 2017, we had the University of Namibia, where I'm from. They sponsored us with venue. They sponsored us with my time to actually be involved in these types of projects, and also monetarily. And then it was also, so Python Namibia came about as a collaboration between the Cardiff University in Wales, in the UK, and also the University of Namibia. And then very interestingly, the only Namibian company that has ever sponsored PyCon Namibia is IMS, so Integrated Management Solutions. And the funny, interestingly, IMS doesn't even use Python as part of their tools to develop technologies. They don't, they're just doing it because they see there is a need. Once in tech, you can always convert somebody to another area. The Python Society, we also have them. The Django Society as well, and also the Django Society of the UK were some of our sponsors as well. So in 2018, this could be all of us, you know, sponsoring in one way or another. So we don't make the tickets for free. Unfortunately, we do have to cover for venue and all the, it's a non-profit, but it has to cover its cost at the end of the day. So this could be all of us, specifically referring to the businesses. Please do come and sponsor us. So PyCon Namibia for 2018, as I mentioned before, is from the 20th to the 22nd of February. It could be us, and that is our URL, so na.pycon.org. And on Twitter, you'll find us at Python Namibia, at PyCon Na. And also, if you are willing to join or would like to join the Python Namibia Society, kindly please contact them on Twitter. Unfortunately, we deal more with Twitter than Facebook. The reasons, for me, it's for selfish reasons. It's easier, it's faster. I can filter my content easier. The Knowledge Society is, we choose our tools. Pinam Scholars, if you are a parent that has a child and would like your child to be part of the Pinam Scholars, kindly also contact. And if you'd like to send us an email, pycon.namibia@gmail.com is the email address to contact us on. And lastly, just if you'd like to see what they did for Jungle Girls, that is the URL that we held for Windhoek for this year alone. There are almost no more. There's nothing else I would like to say other than if you'd like to be a part of it, please come join us. We don't have an office as yet. It's volunteer-based. I'm just sitting here as a member of Python Namibia that would like to share this with everybody else that might be interested in the opportunity. If you're interested, I will be around outside here. You can contact us via Twitter or also via the email address. I thank you for your time. Do we have any questions before? Any questions, comments, suggestions? None. Thank you. I have a question. Yes, kindly. Oh, there are questions. Yay.
So the Django Girls or just Python, what type of programming or what activities have you done? What issues have you addressed? What have you developed?
Oh, okay, great.
When you guys come together from the conference.
I don't know if that, okay, so I'll just say this and I hope the young lady forgives me. So in 2015, we contacted, I don't want to say the name of the organization, but it's an NGO because I'm not sure which one it was. And they sent a group of young ladies to the university then for this specific event. And what ended up happening is there was a young lady that was really interested in programming. She is now a web developer, by the way. That's what she does full time. That is one of the outcomes. And she doesn't even develop with Django nor with Python. She does C# development and she does desktop applications and for a small IT company here in Windhoek. So we're not necessarily focusing on that, but as an output, the astrophysics department also uses Python for programming purposes. It's just how do we introduce people to technology? That is the idea. It's open source. Let's build it for our people. Let's get people in technology so that whatever skills they may acquire, they can use it for themselves. For those that want to go further, you're more than welcome. Yes, there was a question here.
Yes, mine is really just a quick one.
Yes,
I'm very curious to find out why the numbers decreased towards the end of the conferences. That's one. Two, it's perhaps partnering with the Ministry of Education, since this seems to be something of high value to the country and the ICT sector, perhaps considering that.
Okay, thank you very much. I unfortunately do not know why. Maybe people are tired at the end of the day, and we all, if you're Namibian and you work in Namibia, you know that even if you're at a workshop or at a conference and you're out of office, they still call you. So some of the people from industry were in and out because they had still to be called to go back to the office, although they had authorization to be away from the office. It could be that, it could be people are tired, or it could be that because the program is available, people are not interested in the topics that are available. There are many reasons why. I cannot say for sure why, but maybe if the rest of us who are here can maybe, as part of the survey or the feedback session, say why they think that it is, then maybe the MICT can give us the data on that and we'll have an understanding. For partnering up with the Ministry of Education, we have started to try and see if we cannot work with, from the School of Computing side, not PyCon Namibia, if we cannot work with the Department of Education that is actually, Faculty of Education, my apologies, that is training the teachers to see how can we get involved and work together in this regard. Because it's one thing to go to the ministry and then you go to schools and do all of these things, but if you don't have the teachers in place to pass on the knowledge to the students, it's kind of a bit pointless. So we're starting there as a little pilot to see if it works, and if it works, then we take it further. If it doesn't, we re-strategize.
How are you, Mr. Gabriel?
Hi, sir.
I'm one of your students at UNAM.
Hi.
Yes, second year. I'm still confused. Okay, I just want to ask, I'm still confused about the best programming language. Is what benefits are there to Python among other languages?
What is the best programming language? Is that the question?
Yes, Python now.
What is the best programming language?
Why?
You
Yes.
know, you are trying to put me in hot water here.
Yes.
It's a debate for the ages as to which is the best programming language. I will not get into that debate. As I said before, Python in terms of code readability is way better than Java, for instance, especially for people who are starting to program. There is research on this. I am not the one that is claiming this alone. So, but I will not get into the discussion as to which is a better program. It's just one that we have chosen, firstly, because it has a really good online and offline community. Support structures are in place for those that do Python programming. Secondly, as I said, code readability. I mean, if it makes sense to you when you're doing it in the first place, it's easier for you to stick around. Many people run away because it seems difficult. So if we can get over that hurdle with a programming language that is easier, it's better. I mean, for people who develop software, I'm sure they are conversant in more than 3, 4 programming languages. It depends on the project that you're working on. So there is almost no best programming language. It depends what you're comfortable with. But if you're going to learn any programming language at first, I think you go where the resources are available. And then you move to something else. Do you have any more questions, comments, or suggestions? By the way, just as a side note before I exit the stage and we can all move to the exhibitions, Honorable Stephen Bazedenhout, he is a member of parliament. I always like to give him as a case study. At his age, he is now a mobile developer as well. And he started less than 5 years ago as part of the NBAI Developer Circle, and is now an Android developer. So going into technology is not about an exclusive career. It's about options, really, if you think about it. If you have options as to what do you want to do with your spare time, for instance, you can develop mobile applications, you can build other tools that you can utilize, or you can automate or make your workflow a little bit better. It's not about, if you're a doctor, as it was mentioned earlier here, then you cannot do technology. If you're a teacher, and so on and so forth. Everybody is welcome in the tech space. It's for everyone. We all use tech, so please come through. And for the companies here, just as a little mini warning, we are coming to you with sponsorship letters. We hope they receive a favorable response from your organizations. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Another round of applause for Mr. Hinda giving us a presentation on the PyCon Namibia developer community. The additional presentation is coming from Mr. Anton Shimi, who will be speaking about the qualifications forgery website that's been created. So all of the people that didn't go to university and got magical degrees, your day has come. Give him a round of applause, please.
Good afternoon, everybody. As you heard, my name is Antonio Shimi, and I'm going to present about a qualification forgery system that will form allies with universities and other institutions. I'm just waiting for my presentation so that I can show you the logical design. The system, this is just a system logical design, whereby we have the main head of the system, qualification verification, whereby institutions have to sign in using the system backdoor. Actually, I'm not a IT specialist. I studied business administration. I'm an administrator, and within our website, we do also have another section for whereby we have to illustrate the accredited institutions. That's for that will help learners from secondary schools to see which institutions are accredited by the NQA. The system will also be linked with school link portal. And we do also have online suggestion box. Apart from that, we also have free e-books for learners, but educational. We also have a police portal whereby we have to be linked. We have to form allies as well with the Namibian police force. We also have a section whereby we have to upload crime-related videos and audios. That's psychosocial. And apart from that, they will be accompanied with comments and all that. We do also have a section of local and international products. The system is also marketing orientated. We do also have a student group section whereby students have to form groups and work on a table. We will go deep in that when we are going to touch the system requirements. We do also have a research group section whereby researchers have to sign in and do their projects how can I say, in teamwork. We do also have a section for learners to work in teams whereby they have to share resources. Apart from that, we have a very important portal, which is a whistleblowing portal. It doesn't really require names or all that. The inputs we will go to them. They are at the system requirements. As we are moving on, you will see the inputs. We will also be linked with other websites that are educational and social, psychosocial and economical toward the nation. We do also have a section for educational activities and sport, whereby we just there is already websites that have the same functionality, and we are just an entity. We are just doing our part as well. We just involved there to keep taste within the web. The system requirement, that's now for the institution registration portal, whereby we have the name and all that, physical addresses, the postal addresses and telephone numbers, and all the company registration documents that are lawful or that are required lawfully. We have the university's system backdoor for data, whereby universities have to upload their information, and we are not focusing on image, like uploading the whole document. We are dealing with numbers. Since image will take more space, and we have limited resources to buy more space. Another requirements, these requirements are those ones that I showed you from the logical design. As for the students and learner interface, we have the name of the institution and year accredited. That's just for learners verification, so that learners will not apply to illegal institutions that are not yet registered with NQA and end up wasting resources and not having a job. We also we also have an interface for companies whereby whenever employers have to employ a specific candidate, they have to verify with the system whether that candidate did not fake that qualification, because this is really something that is pulling the economy back. Employing people that faked qualifications that are maybe just studying on YouTube and not wasting time to push the economy where it's supposed to go. And we are also having, this is just a portal for the school link and about us. Since I'm having limited time, I'm rushing a bit. The e-books, the police portal, we also have those inputs, the region, the town, since we are planning really to invest in the system so that it can work regionally and or whether it requires station per station or town to town. We also have, we do also need assistance maybe from the police and from other institutions that are having CCTVs. We upload those CCTVs, I mean the videos and the videos from the CCTVs on our system, just for, this is something that in a way it will also prevent crimes. We do also, on our students, this is almost the same. Those are the requirements for students to join in. We do also have a working table on our system, and the account is protected with a password. We have also, this is also more the same with the students and the researcher. We also, for events, we have these inputs, and on the other side, for the Ministry of Education portal, we have the grade 10s and the grade 12 candidates who wrote, since those are the most qualifications that are forged by learners to get maybe jobs anywhere, and most of the employers there's no system like this. The only system that is that is in the world is in India, more of the same, but only having it's not worldwide launch. It's only operating in India. We have the whistleblower portal. As you see, there is no name of any person who will give information, and all the information given goes through the administrator. Apart from that, we have the image, and those are now just cultural image and natural land reforms and animals and all that, just to spice up the system. And yes, and we also have a marketing portal on our system, whereby we are intending to market local products and some of the international products within Africa and Namibia as a whole. And yeah, we hope it will work. And challenges now. The project challenges, we really don't have enough resources or funds to buy more space on cloud, since we need more space. And for marketing campaigns and treaties to organize events and all that with universities, since people can use qualifications for people who studied abroad even, and just change the name, you know, Coral does all the work. Competitors worldwide, this system is only in India, and the one that is India, if you check on internet, it's not yet. It did not cover even the whole India. It have limited clients, and it's a private one. It's a private. We are intending to even just to give this away in the MICT under the control of the MICT ministry and all that. We have the aims. Our aims is to form effective allies with the universities. We don't want universities to be spoiled by people faking qualifications and identify the universities' names. Like, no, at this university, people doesn't really offer good education on all that. We have the marketing system to SMEs, and in terms of packages, and the corporate world as a whole. Access. Most of our educational services are for free on the system, like the e-books and the information. We update all our clients for free. The only services that is payable or that is chargeable is toward the corporate world and toward the employers, and the system as a whole is also mobile friendly. You can use it on your mobile phone, and also we don't need adultery pages and image musics on this system. We don't need such things on this system, since we are focusing more on education and all that. All community uploads and whistleblower pass through an administrator before it is uploaded officially. This means some of the things, it's not everything that is always right. We have to evaluate the whistleblowing and the uploads that are uploaded by clients. So there will be enough monitoring for the system, uploads and whistleblowers. We have an economically benefit or advantage from the system is that employers, even company SMEs, will be able to employ the right people to execute their tasks, not just by qualification that is forged, and it will also add value to the economy as a whole. Due to time, I have to rush a bit. In order for us to complete this system, we need investors, and we need more innovators that would like to work with us. If you think that you have a great idea that you would like to venture on the system, you are welcome to share ideas with us. And in our conclusion, yeah, it says it is on the screen. I would like to give room to questions.
So if we can take about like 1 or 2 questions, since we have run out of time, and we want to give the exhibitors downstairs adequate time for you to engage them as well. So maybe 1 or 2 questions for Mr. Shimi.
I have 2 questions. Question 1: what are the mechanisms is your system gonna apply in terms of verifying qualifications? For example, I mean, most of universities have their own qualification verification. I can give them a call and be able to verify. Are you going to partner with a university and pull the unique ID for the different qualifications?
Yes, we are intending to do that, since it's not all of the universities that are having their own qualification verification system. So we are planning, after the system is ventured or complete, we are planning to organize something that will put us together with all the universities that we.
Okay, and the last question, is it only for local universities? Because if I'm not mistaken, most of the class is from the external universities. I can say I studied in Russia, but then it's...
Yes, that's why I said we need more funds so that we can form more allies. If you check one of our slides, we touched more on abroad countries like America, Australia, and all that. Any more questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause to all the presenters that have given us an insight into their innovation solutions here today. Guys, we need to be louder. This is going to set the economy in a different direction. The digital, the creative economy is happening right here. Let's give them all a louder round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can even ululate. Don't, just because you're in the city, forget the ululation. Meshi Pepe. You can still do the ululation for us. Thank you very much. Again, to the ministry, I think this has been an incredible experience, especially hearing young people being given a platform, but also an opportunity to express the work that they have done. So for everybody that has attended, give yourself a round of applause. You are here till the end. It's not how you start the race that matters, it's how you end the race that matters. So thank you very much. Please do go downstairs, engage the exhibitions, exhibitors, and make sure that you are back here at 4:45 so that we can, with all due respect, close off this very amazing 4th summit. And the chairperson of the summit will be speaking to us, Ms. Linda Ipengi, who will be telling us why this is an important platform. So go down, engage, and come back at 4:45. Also, there is a tab that is been found. If you have lost it, please come and identify the screen, what is on it, what is in it, and we'll return it to you. There is a tab that's been found on the premises. If you've lost it, please come find the organizers here. Thank you very much. See you at 4:45. The lucky draw also is happening. The lucky draw, go onto the website, fill out the feedback form, and you'll be eligible for a draw. That'll also be happening during the closing ceremony. So go up there, sign up. We all want to win things, so go up there and participate in the competition. Have a very good idea. You know, you should contact a lady named Ilian Nandavo, and she's a lawyer. So that all ideas on processes, security, protection, she will be able to guide you into that. And she's on the procurement board. Maybe let that become something to show some of the centralized system. Even if something is under tender, you show only a certain
you.